Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Anton, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Today we're just going to be taking a look at the system itself, some of the things you can do to it as well. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button to see future videos on the channel, and let's get started. The SNES Classic came out a while back. I kind of didn't review it back then, because I didn't have it yet, but I had it for a long time, but I've just kind of been putting off this video for a very long time, but I thought it's time to do it. So anyway, the box looks fantastic, I have to say. The Super NES Classic Edition, well, this is the Western version. It looks really nice, because there is a second version. But as you can see, it has some fantastic games, including Star Fox 2, which was never released at all. And as you can see, the box, the back has a lot of games that they put on the system. They really jam-packed it with some of the classics compared to the PlayStation Classic, where they didn't really grab all of the best games. But I would just say that this is a fantastic box. I know Nintendo makes really nice boxes to display, so this is definitely really nice. And it's also very nice as the NES Classic is the same box size and everything, and they kind of keep everything in the same style. But overall, the system is pretty much, it's a small version of the Super Nintendo. It looks fantastic and everything is pretty much exact. The build quality is very nice as well. And overall, it is in scale with the NES Classic. So they aren't bigger or smaller, and everything is really well downgraded into a smaller console. But overall, the buttons work the same way as well. Of course, there is no cartridge slot, obviously. The SNES controllers are really good. They're pretty much an exact recreation of the original controller. Everything feels really good, and just as you remember, really, it feels fantastic. The buttons are clicky, the D-pad feels nice. There's only one problem with this controller, and it's not as bad as the NES Classic. The cord is fine, I just wish it was a little longer. I would recommend that you pick up an extender if you want to play a further distance, right? And it's also helpful because you can use your classic Wii controllers, and since they don't have a long cable, they should use the extender, and then you can plug it to your system very well. And they work really nice, as the home button actually, believe it or not, goes to acts as the reset button for the system. You can also use your NES console, your NES Classic controller as well, and it works perfectly fine as it uses the same port. So anyway guys, let's take a look at the menu, starting with the languages, because that's obviously where you first come up when you're setting up the system. So as you can see, pretty basic. Even it has a nice song, and as you can see, here it is. Here's all the games, and it looks very similar to the NES Classic in terms of menu layout. And as you can see, we have a lot of stuff here. There's Secret of Mana, Star Fox, there's also Star Fox 2, but to unlock that, you must play the first level of Star Fox and complete it. Yeah, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, Zelda, A Link to the Past, Yoshi's Island, Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, F-Zero, and you also have the different filters, like the NES Classic, and you also have it on the Nintendo Switch Online, but you can change the frame as well, which is pretty nice. I have to say that there's a lot of customization options here. Another amazing feature is the ability to spend points in the game. So say you're playing a game and you want to save it, but you can't. You can just press the home button, even if you're using a classic controller, or you press the reset on your system, and essentially you can save it into a save slot. For each game has a save slot, of course. And it's really, really helpful, as you can even rewind in case you made a mistake. In settings, we also have, things that go on when you're not on the system and everything. So it's pretty cool. You have like the languages, but before you have legal notices. But what is really cool is that you have all the manuals. They're not included on the system. So what you'll need to do is actually go to Nintendo's website where they have all PDF versions of them. And as you can see, they're all here. All the original manuals have been converted into PDF versions, and they look really nice. Star Fox 2 even has a manual as well, since it actually originally never came with a manual because it was never released, so they obviously had to make a brand new manual for it, and it looks pretty cool with their own custom like graphics and everything, which they kind of put there, which is pretty nice. New artwork as well for the game. It kind of sucks that new games don't even come with artwork anymore, since I think they're just really fun to look at. So if you just want to take a look at some of the artwork as well, you can take a look on Nintendo's website, and they're all free to take a look at. But what also is incredible about the SNES and NES Classic is that you are able to put in a custom firmware and add custom games into your system. You can add as much games as you want, I mean as much game as the system supports, but you can still pretty much add the entire collection if you wanted to. I just added the games I think I wanted to play, and that I think are the best games at least. So I kind of compiled a collection of games, but using, of course, different software, you were able to get more emulators. I just kept my Super Nintendo because it is a Super Nintendo after all. The controller as well wouldn't really work for other systems as well. So definitely you can play all the games. They run well, save states as well, all have the same compatibility. Some games don't work just because the emulator might not support it as well. But you have to do experimenting. You can do the custom box arts, which is really cool. And another thing you're able to do as well is add custom borders for the game. So for example, this one right here has a wooden one. You can change that to anything you want, essentially. I can even show you guys how to build custom ones if you want to build anything you want. Please let me know in the comments, because I would love to do a video like that, or even HackG in general and how to hack your system. I know there are a lot of tutorials there, but let me know if you guys do want to see it. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and subscribe if you're new for future videos on the channel. Also tap the bell just in case, you might as well want to see another video. But I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.